Right, we are live on Hegdeeveryday's YouTube page yet again. Thanks so much for making this something that is your regular occurrence because look, I am going to be every day, whether you like it or not. Certain times might not just be consistent, but I'm trying to keep 10 p.m. as a deadline. It's a Friday night. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you guys are doing something else and catching this probably later on in the weekend. And tell me what your weekend plans are. Quickly smash a like and subscribe to this channel because it's a brand new one. Yesterday, if you guys didn't know, I started my YouTube podcast just telling you who I am, giving you context after the sudden success on Instagram. And on YouTube, I just want to keep it really simple, unfiltered, real chat, develop a sporting community with opinions about various sports, including cricket, football, tennis, maybe even other sports if you guys fancy that. Right. Already, people are in the comments, which is always good to see. Hi, Shashank. Hi to the rest of the Mysore community as well, because I went there and I might be going back to shoot some more content. So, of course, tell me what you guys want me to see in that city. Now, as the thumbnail suggests for this episode, we're going to be talking about international affairs. Now, it's done and dusted, the IPL that it is, and everything kind of moves nicely to Team India and the test match scheme of things. Now, the test that they're going to play tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, June 6th, let me be clear, is against Afghanistan. Where is it going to happen? In Chandigarh. And I'll come on to the venue in just a bit. But this, let me just put it out there, is not part of the World Test Championship. It's a one-off test, but it's a test match. And it's a test match without Rashid in it for Afghanistan. But Hasbatullah Shahidi, the Afghanistan captain, still believes he can ruffle a few feathers. Now, India themselves find themselves, I don't know how to put this, but even Stevens and the WTC points table, because they did, of course, lose to Australia, but they did get a couple of wins under their belt against England as well. So all to play for going into that New Zealand Test series, just to kind of tinker with the team tomorrow. Gautam Gambhir's press conference, if you guys didn't hear it, it was something to just take note of. He has back Sai Sudarshan to, of course, bat one down and not Devdutt Padikkal. I'll come to that in just a bit, and my starting 11. But taking comments, taking literally all kind of things this evening. I am going to go have a few drinks maybe with my friends because it's been a fantastic week yet again, and finish the gym, done, dust, and all of that. Right. India, Afghanistan, that's what my main chat is. Of course, I will talk about England, New Zealand, because that's going down very, very quickly. So much so that Kyle Jamieson, who picked up a fifer on the first day, said that the first day is the moving day. And normally in Test match cricket, you guys know the first day isn't the moving day, it's day 3. So anyway, coming back to India, Afghanistan, right? New venue in terms of Indian Test venues, the 31st, and that is New Chandigarh. And remember, 2-3 weeks ago it was decked up in red, and now it will be, of course, hosting the whites of Team India, which is fantastic to see. And let's see how Malanpur takes to Test cricket, because obviously India have had a plethora of Test match venues, and I still believe there are 5 Test match centers which should remain. And it's going back to that point Virat Kohli mentioned in that press conference all those years ago, saying, keep Test match cricket simple. You want to grow the game in India, grow it through white ball cricket. And I fully stand by it. But look, this is what it is. It's a Test match for Afghanistan as well. And let me just give you context to what they've, of course, done, because the first time they played Test cricket was against us, was in Bengaluru, and it was a sad affair because it got done and dusted within 2 days. We won by an innings or something. I don't think Virat Kohli played that Test match, but Ajinkya Rahane did, Shikhar Dhawan did, and it was just great to see Afghanistan on the Test map. Now, since that day in 2018, they've ended up playing, I think, 12 Test matches, and this might be the 13th, somewhere thereabouts. I might be right, might be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I am. But having said all of that, I think India is just going to romp home. Are they going to be a little bit of a hiccup or two? I don't know. I think the surface is going to be, of course, conducive to spin. It's going to be boiling hot, 40 degrees. So you expect India to probably win the toss, bat big, bat first and bat big. It's just the simple modus operandi of playing Test cricket at home. Now, what is my 11 for this Test match, right? I'm thinking to myself, it has to be Jaiswal, and he has to, of course, open KL Rahul, because both of them are sublime in the Test matches preceding this one. Sai Sudarshan might be penciled in, but I would potentially pick Devdutt Padikkal, because he has, of course, got a Test cap already for India, and he's been in great form. And I know Sai has been in fantastic form, so it's really hard to pick. But obviously, I'm a Bengaluru boy and I love Devdutt, so I'll have Devdutt over Sai. And then at 4, you have the captain, Shubman Gill. I think he's on the cusp of 3,000 runs, and I read that somewhere. So looking for him to carry on his glorious form in Test match cricket. Obviously, he had one hell of a series in England, and then IPL as well. Great numbers to show. But can he translate white ball form into Test form immediately? Remains to be seen. But it is, of course, going to be Afghanistan, and I'm not going to be taking them lightly. There could be a few unknown elements from their side, if I have to put it that way. But anyway, come back to my 11. So Jaiswal, KL, Sai, unfortunately, but I'll have Padikkal. Then Gill walks in. And then you probably see India pick 2 wicketkeepers, Rishabh Pant being one, who's not vice captain anymore, by the way, of the Test team, and Dhruv Jurel, who's, of course, had a fantastic IPL. He was part of the Test setup, so he slots in at 6. Maybe Washington Sundar comes in at 7. And I don't think India are going to play Jadeja because he's not in the squad by the looks of things. Or is he? Let me just confirm that. But I read the stats somewhere. If Jadeja, of course, doesn't feature in all likelihood, it will be the first time since 2010 that Ashwin and Jadeja, let me get that right, haven't not been part of the starting 11, if I have to put it that way. So what is my bowlers and who are my bowlers looking like? I think you look at the squad, there is Prasidh Krishna, there is Siddharth, so you probably slot both of them in. You'd like to probably think that Gurnoor Bra might get a look into this particular setup, but I'm not sure. So I think they might just eventually stick with Kuldeep Yadav. They might bring in more spin options. I really want to look at, of course, Harsh Dubey, who's a left-arm off spinner. Manav Sutar is again there. I'm just going through the names, but tell me in the comments what you guys feel India will pick. Hi, Guru. Day 2 in attendance, waiting for day 100. Thank you so much, boss. Makes me happy. Hegdeeveryday, Friday, Aram, Nanitadya. And of course, I will throw in the odd Kannada as well for all you guys who love to talk Kannada. And Test match start agate. Nale belige. So, yen prediction, Haley comments ali. And Prasidh Krishna ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ, KL Rahul ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ. So Karnataka perspective in ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ Padikkal actually ಆಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. And I feel like if he kind of makes his presence felt in the Test team, he can really be an all-format player for India because his white ball skills are there to see. So anyway, I feel India will probably go in with that 11. And I don't know whether Afghanistan will have the answers to that 11 because sure, they have to get the toss in the favor, probably get a couple early on if they decide to bowl first. So a lot of things. I'm just kind of going through certain previews that I've seen, and many people reckon that Rashid won't play. So that's, of course, there. And let me put that out there for people who don't know. They have, of course, a makeup of their Test team, which has, of course, been there to see. The guy who played for Delhi Capitals, he opens, not this year, but he, of course, represented them, I think, last year. Sedikula Atal. There's Gurbaz, we know him. He'll probably open with him. Rehmat Shah, a nice, sturdy customer in terms of the longest format. Shahidi, the captain. And then you look at maybe Omaza at 5. Is it a touch position too high for him? Maybe not. And then I think the rest pick themselves in terms of Deminullah, Zazai, Ashraf. They have the pacer, I think, Karote. And maybe they'll have a couple of other options in terms of spin options in Kes Ahmed and the other lad, Ziaur Rahman. So, look, ultimately, I think Afghanistan, again, competing on Indian soil for a Test match is great. But will it be a great Test match to remember? I hope it does because, look, at the end of the day, I generally feel Test cricket is the best out there for me. I mean, I know I'm a huge RCB fan. I've just grown up watching Test cricket. That's the bread and butter. That's a staple. That's the idli dosa at home for me. So going back to watch Test cricket is brilliant. So India-Afghanistan predictions, please let me know. And it's going to be what? ODI series and a T20 series which follows it. And Virat Kohli is not there, obviously, for this particular ODI series. So many people will be just damp about that. But the Test series, the one-off test, I'm looking forward to that. And of course, what follows going forward. Remember, India have announced their tour for New Zealand. And what stands out is the fact that that tour starts on the 19th of November, I think. Or the first test was on the 19th of November, which is bizarre because that date just is the worst date in ODI history for me. Anyway, I feel, look, India, Afghanistan, whatever happens, happens. But we'll discuss it in the future podcast. I'll leave that there. You guys can, of course, tell me if I've missed out anything. That was my little preview just on this Friday night preceding the Saturday morning first baller. Right. In England, New Zealand, I stand corrected. England, New Zealand, let me get that out there. What a crazy particular test match that has been so far. I mean, already seeing the third innings play out in the first 2 days, 16 wickets, I think, fell on the first day. And it was remarkable to see just how it was hooping it out. Obviously, Lords, obviously the pitch does favor the bowlers off late in England in the last 5-6 years, particularly in Lords. Jameson exploited those conditions, got a fifer, but even the English pacers at the start of the day were brilliant. I think Josh Dung, Atkinson, Robinson, all on the money for sure. And I was looking at, of course, Jacob Bethel, but didn't perform in both innings. So let's see if he can just get another chance going forward, because they have a long summer ahead. And New Zealand, who knows? I don't know. I mean, Kane Williamson, when I just looked at him, obviously a duck out in the first inning. So I'm hoping he has something to say and gets his name on the Lord's Honours Board, because it'll be brilliant if Kane does that. And if you look at the world scheme of things for the World Test Match Championship, I generally feel like England have a lot to, of course, catch up and play for. Because if you look at the particular World Test Match standings, it's not pretty. It's really not pretty, because ultimately you're hoping that someone slips up, because right now Australia and New Zealand are way ahead of everyone else. And I know New Zealand have played just 3 test matches. Australia, 84 points, 8 test matches after they, of course, beat India and the Border Gavaskar. And they have Bangladesh next, 2 test matches. So Australia really kind of probably going to go all the way again, I feel. India have a lot to do. New Zealand, of course, like I said, coming up in November, but this one will probably be a curtain raiser going into that series. England, like I said, 7th below India. They've already played 10 and they've lost 6 out of those. So really interesting to see if England can get any WTC points this time around. And so many sort of other series that I'm looking forward to. South Africa, Australia play each other as well in this particular cycle. And not to forget, West Indies, Sri Lanka, which is a series already going on. And I think the ODI series going on. That's, of course, pivotal as well, because remember, West Indies have not featured in the 2 massive ODI tournaments in the last 2-3 years, the 2023 ODI World Cup and the Champions Trophy. So you're thinking to yourself, they have to do something over there in Sri Lanka as well, because remember, the cutoff mark to get into that 2027 ODI World Cup automatically, I think, is March 31st. So 2027, that is. So they have to kind of just get points. So let's see how it is going to be. Santosh Sharapa asking questions, and we'll take all these questions in the final segment for sure. Boss also asking about F1, which I'll definitely answer. Please, guys, any sport, you let me know, because I definitely watch a lot of them. So happy to answer any particular questions, even if it's slightly off topic for a minute or two. Right. So essentially, we're nearly done with the test match cricket chat and international affairs, because it's kind of gone back into, like I said, countries playing countries, no more IPL. Many people might miss it. Many people might want a change of scenery and a breath of fresh air. And I think it's come at the right time. Obviously, June is that test match season, especially in England, and India also having one crack at it tomorrow. So if you guys just are joining me, please smash like and hit subscribe, and tell a friend about Hegde Everyday's podcast, because I know all you guys are sharing my Instagram content, but if you guys can share this, be nothing like it. Right, we'll take those 2 questions or 3 or whatever I have in the comments. I know I'm building slowly but surely, but I'll get there. And I generally want to talk about football as well tomorrow, tennis as well tomorrow, the summer of sports tomorrow, same time, 10 p.m. I might be playing a cricket match, so I'll tell you how that goes. If I don't or can't do the live for some reason, then our guys will inform you way in advance, but try to do this on a regular basis anyway. Right. Good to see everyone joining the chat. Hey, what's up? Good to see you. Saying Kristen Knight. Good to see you as well. Cheers from a Friday night perspective. Hope you guys are going out, having a good time. The IPL is done and dusted. You guys can actually go on the dance floor and not worry about checking a cricket scorecard, because that's exactly what I'm going to do tonight. So just having a little sip of my cold Diet Coke, which is on demand. I mean, apparently Diet Coke are getting sold out like hotcakes, never before. in the last 6 months, the surge is just gone up. Right, I'm tangenting here, but coming back to what I was just going to tell you all about, because I feel the Test match cricket chat was done and dusted, and I wanted to kind of talk about one more thing before I say goodbye to you all on this rather short podcast. I mean, I tried to basically coming and doing this podcast as much as possible at 10 p.m., just discussing the hot topics of sport, so on and so forth. But yeah, so I was telling you all about how cricket generally is going to be taking shape in terms of the international cricket, and it's going to be good to see. Let me know if you guys are watching the India-Afghanistan games, where you guys going to be watching it. Are you just going to be watching it for fun or not even going to be watching it? Some people are like that. Right, time to take the questions before I say goodbye to you all. Tomorrow, like I said, tennis, football chats. I'll save that and I'll tell you all about my beloved Portugal and how the teams are kind of prepping in the United States. And I also kind of got to chat with a Mexico fan in the Arsenal PSG screening in Hennur. So I'll tell you all about that and crazy behind the scenes stories as well. Right, some questions randomly. Are you coming tomorrow to the Sudarshan ground? I came today. I got some great content. This part 2 of this child coming up. And you have to see it. And there's another particular girl who I got at the BFC soccer school. So lots dropping in the weekend. So you guys should check that out. Is India versus Sri Lanka? Which India won by innings at the only test at this venue? I think it is. You tell me. You're the stats man, Santosh. So I'm backing you here. How many times have you kind of chipped in with an amazing stat or a piece of trivia for our Cricket.com watch along? So I generally back you here because when I was going through my test match research for this one, I don't know if I caught this one, but you can tell me and confirm in the comments. Boss Forever saying more curious about Florentino Perez 150 bet on Tuesday than the test match. Did you get the news? Your thoughts on who's going to be Hala Madrid? I mean, if you look at who the options are, could be Haaland, could be Kane. Mourinho's apparently said yes. And I'm looking forward to the season because I like Jose. Just box office, right? I'm not a huge Madrid fan, but if I have to pick any Spanish team, it'd be Madrid because obviously I think United and Madrid have that understanding. Yeah, but I think it could be Haaland. Imagine, because look, I know he's technically signed till 2031 or whatever contract that he signed at City, but with Pep gone, is that leaving the door open? Has he spoken to his agent and been like, you know what, get me out of here? Perez has been infamous or famous for such moves in the past, such coups in the past. So who has Mourinho lined up? I mean, he's given a yes to Konate, right? I mean, Konate is going to complete that move. Possibly looks at him as a new Rudiger. One of those kind of centre backs that Mourinho always likes, who has a little bit of shithousery. So let's see how it's kind of going to go with Madrid. I'm just shocked that Anthony Gordon has gone to Barcelona for 80 mil. I mean, what is happening in the world? The game's gone. But anyway, let's see how that all unravels. But thank you for that question, Boss Forever. And please keep commenting and telling a friend. I will literally talk about anything sport, guys, because that's literally my identity so far. And I've always liked doing that. And I would dedicate this podcast for that space. So whether I'm going to go out with my friends tonight, I still decided to give you guys a little bit of a teaser, 20-minute teaser of what the weekend is going to be about. And of course, tomorrow we'll catch each other with regards to all the football chat, maybe some transfer chat like these guys have brought up as well. Short and sweet. It could be varied from a 20 to 45-minute podcast, sometimes 1 hour. And I also plan to get some great cricketers on board. Not just talking about people who played the game, but are still playing the game. And hopefully just go on to conjure up some great content in 4 or 5 months' time and see where it goes from there. Chris Knight going on to say, hoping to meet you soon. Likewise. And where are you going tonight? I'm going to Lavelle Road, somewhere in CBD. So if you guys are there, come say hi. I don't know which bar you guys will be in, but Bangalore is going to be absolutely buzzing like it always is on a Friday night. And that's me signing off today. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Just keep it brilliant, happy, chill, and of course, keep spreading the word about Hegde Every Day on YouTube and of course Instagram as always. I'll see you guys soon. Cheers. Last one, sorry. Did you see how now Norway are training to acclimatize to the sun in the US? I saw that and absolutely wanted to have a laugh. And I think sometimes it is just one of those things, right? Like you're thinking to yourself that World Cup content will be World Cup content, and this will all go into the archives when they make a great BBC documentary and stuff. So props to Norway. Props to Norway. Props to whoever thought of that idea. I mean, it's just bizarre, but it is what it is. Right. Thanks, guys. Good to see all of y'all. And please hit like and tell a friend about it. I'm just trying to build something really random from scratch. If you guys can give me some love, great. And if you guys can't, then it's fine. I'll still move on in life in a merry way as much as possible. Ta-ra. See you guys soon.